Hey everyone, welcome to Man Cave Insider episode 23. I'm Dennis Clark. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, please subscribe to our channel so you can see past and future videos. You can also follow us on Twitter. The handle is @InsiderCave. We're here in my man cave, and this room is filled with things that I've collected my entire life, and these are the stories behind those. Today, we're going to be talking about two things that I just got in from my collection today, and we're going to do an unboxing. I have the Flash Gordon 40th anniversary 4K limited deluxe edition, and I also got the soundtrack by Queen on vinyl. Now, growing up, the movies I saw had a lasting impact on my life. Star Wars, Superman, E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, and of course, Flash Gordon. When the movie came out in December of 1980, I was so excited to see it because I had been familiar with the character, but there had never been a big screen adaptation of it. Flash Gordon was created by Alex Raymond in 1936 and appeared in newspapers as a comic strip. In 1938, there was a serial starring the famous Buster Crabbe, which consisted of 15 episodes. There was another serial 2 years later in 1938 called Flash Gordon's Trip to Mars, and in 1940, Flash Gordon Conquers the Universe. Throughout the years, the character always appeared in newspapers, cartoons, and comic books and became a part of pop culture. At one point, George Lucas wanted to make a Flash Gordon movie, but he was unable to get the rights, so in turn he made Star Wars, which was directly influenced by the Flash Gordon serials. The movie was produced by super producer Dino De Laurentiis and came out in 1980. This film starred Sam Jones as Flash Gordon, Melody Anderson as Dale Arden, Max von Sydow as Ming the Merciless, Brian Blessed as Prince Voltan, and a young Timothy Dalton as Prince Baron 7 years before he made his debut as James Bond. There are so many great things about this movie. The over-the-top campiness, the characters, the costumes, the production designs. And of course, you cannot talk about this movie without mentioning the iconic soundtrack by the rock band Queen. Now, back in 1980, and even today, it's very rare for an entire band to do a soundtrack for a film. But Queen's music has always had a cinematic quality to it. Bohemian Rhapsody, We Are the Champions, The Seven Seas of Rhine, and so on. Queen's music lent itself perfectly to a big sci-fi action film like this. When the film came out, it was a moderate box office success, but has only gained in popularity over the last 40 years and has been the subject of a great resurgence. Back in 2012, the film and actor Sam Jones were a big part of the movie Ted and its sequel, Ted 2, and Universal even released a special edition called Ted vs. Flash Gordon, which consisted of Ted, Ted 2, and Flash Gordon on Blu-ray. The band Queen has also had a big resurgence over the past several years with the film Bohemian Rhapsody. So it's with great excitement that I got this 40th anniversary edition of Flash Gordon. When I pre-ordered the movie on 4K a few weeks ago, I wanted to get the soundtrack, especially on vinyl. Now, growing up, my friend John had this soundtrack, and whenever I was over at his house, we would listen to it all the time. One of the cool things about the soundtrack is it has dialogue from the movie throughout the entire record. So I was really excited to get this on vinyl. It only took me about 35 years. So let's go ahead and open it, take a quick look at it. I also really love the yellow cover. It's simple, it has an awesome logo, which is key for any big science fiction movie. It's got a picture of Flash Gordon on the back. It's got pictures of Queen here. It's got all of the credits. And then, of course, soundtrack on vinyl. So, I'm going to put this in, I'm going to listen to it, and let's go ahead and let's unbox this set. Okay, so what you see is the 40th anniversary box set of Flash Gordon on 4K. This movie came out a few years ago on Blu-ray. The film looked great, but it really didn't have a whole lot of bonus features because it only had limited participation from a couple of members of the crew. And you can see it comes in a really nice size box set. It's got a list of all of the features on the back of it. And let's open it up and take a look at it. I've been looking forward to this for a really long time. Great picture on the back of it. So, first thing we have is the movie on Ultra 4K. Now, the early reviews I read said this looks absolutely amazing. The film on 4K. It's also got this great documentary called Life After Flash that came out in 2017. It talks about the life of actor Sam J. Jones, the film, and the impact that it's had on his life and on pop culture in general. And then over here, it's got some photos and artwork from the movie, which is double-sided. I love it when movies come with all of these extra features. Really gives it a lot more quality to it. If you look on the back, it's got equally great artwork as well. Been so many great interpretations of artwork from this movie, and it's just great to have it all in one really, really cool collection. Other things that it comes with. It comes with this fold-out poster from the film. This is a replica of the theatrical poster, which I really loved posters growing up as a kid. And this movie had such a great poster. And then it's got the artwork for the release that is featured on the 4K set. Then it comes with this booklet. Cast and crew, talking about the impact, the production of this film. And it's a pretty thick book. It's got to be at least 60 pages. And this alone is something really special to have, but to have it in this entire collection really makes the set super, super special. Normally, I wouldn't buy a movie on separate formats unless there was a good reason to. And this set is an incredible reason to do that. There's a couple of versions of this. There's one with just the 4K on it, and then there's this limited edition, and then there's an even more deluxe edition which was released just in Europe. But I'm going to put the links of all of these down below. So it's an incredible set. I'm so thrilled to have it. I hear all of the features, and the picture quality on this is absolutely amazing. So that is it for our look at the 40th anniversary of Flash Gordon on 4K. I'm going to put links down below where you can get various versions of this. I'm also going to include links where you can get the soundtrack, whether it's CD or vinyl. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Please subscribe to the channel.